Howdy, folks. You like good movies, bad movies, bloody movies?
Well, then come on down to our spooky podcast.
We got all kinds of freaks. We have the bearded man,
The stripless zebra.
the wingless flying fish,
The world's tallest midget.
and his wife, the world's shortest giant.
And most of all, don't forget to pick up some of our tasty fried chicken.
It just tastes so damn good, whether you like it or not.
Bark, bark, bark.
Welcome back to The Good, the Bad, and the Bloody. Oh, that's weird. I just realized that usually you say the intro, and then I do the tongue thingy.
It's fucking bizarre world.
Whoa,
man.
this is all backwards, just like this movie.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, no, just kidding. But this time, wow, I mean, I never do the intro.
I know.
I'm so lost already. I just said welcome back, and I have no idea what's going on anymore.
I know.
Everything is just freaky today.
See what kind of power I have to deal with
I know.
on an almost weekly basis.
To talk about so much stuff. Well, we were just talking about how this is going to be our 21st episode.
21 and over, now I can drink.
Yeah, now you can drink. Too.
We can take our podcast out to the bars.
Exactly. Oh, that'd be really funny.
Like a dirty little girl it
Just
is.
have like a little MP3. just playing this episode. No, that's funny because Jessie and her family pretty much gave me all of their iPods. Because who uses iPods anymore, right? You need an iTunes
never
account.
did.
Yeah, ripping music is so much easier and it's free.
Rhyming and stealing.
Yeah, rhyming and stealing like Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. And damn it, it's like that Beastie Boys song wants to be pirated. But anyway, yeah. So I have these like iPods, and they're not like the cheaper ones too. You know, these are like pretty nice.
They're not bottom tier.
Yeah, they're the ones that you would get like custom shit on in like 2008 and 9. You know what I mean? Now I'm saying, yeah, it has on the back. It says, happy, Merry Christmas, Jesse. Merry Christmas, Jamie. You know.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, and so I just have these now, though. And I found out that you can't really put anything on there besides iTunes stuff.
That's funny.
So I basically have 3 pieces of useless technology. But I was thinking if we could somehow break it, put our podcasts on there and hand them out, I think that'd be pretty damn funny.
Yeah.
They'd be like, what the hell is this
Hey,
stuff?
would you like a free iPod? They're like, hot damn, I would.
Yeah.
And then they come home later. It's like, how's it going, Earl? I don't know. I'm just listening to this podcast.
Well,
It's on this iPod I picked up.
I gotta try to find some poor idiot who still has an iPod and, like, try to find one. Because I have 3 of them now. I've got a black one, a green one, and a blue one. You know? I just need to find someone that has an identical one, fill it with gay porn, and just swap it. You know?
And then they're like, what's this? They look on the back, Happy Christmas, or Merry Christmas, Jesse. Who is this?
What is my life?
You monster.
Well, I just think it'd be funnier if they didn't even complain. They're just still listening to it. Hey, man, what'd you listen to? Nothing.
I'd stay clear of that.
I'd say where I'm not. Look at the iPod that you stole. It's just full of gay porn anyway. Anyway.
And Filthy Frank videos.
Oh, yes. That's an iPod I would like to own. Why are we talking about iPods? Anyway.
You know what the perfect song is to illegally download?
What's that?
Like, I'm not promoting illegally downloading. But if you must, like some of us do, wink.
What?
Weird Al Yankovic's song, Don't Download This Song.
Why? Because it's ironic?
Yeah.
You fucking hipster.
I did that back in high school.
You're a dick. That's what you are. That's what they call you. That's what they call people like you. A dick.
No, they called me a nerd back then.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Because you know who Weird Al was and it wasn't 1985.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
I blame Nathan for that.
Yeah. So, well, Weird Al's funny, you know. He's so middle school, though. You know, that's just kind of how it is.
Especially with his polka shit.
Oh, yeah. I like that shit, though. I like the polka stuff. Man, fuck that. Polka needs to make a comeback. Same with yodeling.
And jazz. Wait.
Jazz kind of is its own thing. Jazz is like another world.
I could get into jazz. We watched Whiplash.
Yeah, it's true. Neiman. Yeah. So for this movie, we
House
reviewed
of a Thousand Corpses.
Yes, just like we said we would at the end of the last one.
See, we
God
can keep
damn
our
it.
promises, ladies.
Promises. Wait, ladies. Oh my god. Wow. Wait, is that like saying like ladies you need to keep or is that just like letting ladies know that we can keep our? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the second
The
one.
latter. Okay.
Yeah. Come
And
on.
I don't remember if we talked about watching this as a group with just like a bunch of people last
Yeah,
time.
we were gonna. I think no.
No, we didn't talk. We did want to make it like a movie night thing.
Yeah.
Just with a bunch of people, but it didn't really happen. We just ended up watching it with
John,
and Jesse too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just two other people.
Jesse John,
Jesse John, Jesse James.
and that happened because other Derek, who henceforth on this show will be referred to as Menser
Yeah.
until somebody else comes on and calls him that,
Everyone calls him
and then we'll
Spencer.
flog him in the knee.
That's really violent.
Well, this is the bloody.
Yeah, it's true. That's the bloody part of the show.
Eh.
And the bad part of the show is my knee. I fucked up my knee.
Oh, that was a coincidence. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's a good segue. I think we should talk about that. Just shoot the shit for a little bit. So
Don't drink, kids.
Yeah, well, I mean, don't play games when you play games. So
Mind games.
yeah, so I was getting drunk at a friend's house. We were playing beer pong, all that standard shit. And then they had this game called Magic Bottle, where they basically threw around a bottle, and if you caught it or touched it, you had to take a swig from it, and then you gave it off to the next person. So basically,
Wait, so it's touch general, or is it you had to grab it from them?
pretty much like they'll throw it at you. I mean, like
Oh,
they'll put it in your hand and leave it.
That's fucked.
I know. I mean, so I basically had this Mexican man chasing me with a bottle of Jack Daniels, and I ran behind the shed, and I was like full sprint too because I'm fucking wasted. And I'm like, you can't catch me, Carlos. Ah!
Damn, Carlos.
And then I know. And then I try to jump over the boat's trailer hitch, and full sprint and a jump, just right in my knee.
Ouch, kabibbles.
Yeah, and it laid me out. I was on the ground holding my knee. I wasn't like tearing up and crying or anything, but I literally could not move. And Carlos comes over and he's like, don't be such a baby, here, have some more alcohol, it'll dull the pain. And I was like,
Or you could
dude.
put the nice cold bottle on your knee.
Yeah, it wasn't cold though.
Oh.
But I thought about it and I was like, I must be incredibly drunk right now already, and I feel this more than I've ever felt anything before. And I just knew I was going to be fucked up. So the next morning, I woke up and I literally couldn't move my knee. It was so painful. So right now I'm wearing a little knee brace.
He's just like Christian Bale in
Yeah.
the last Batman movie.
Except instead of getting dropped on the back by Tom Hardy, I got I tried to uppercut a hitch with my knee. Is that what you'd call it? Upper knee?
Uppercutting with a knee.
Upper
I don't
kick.
know.
Upper
But
kick.
out of the two, I'd rather have myself be thrown on my back by Tom Hardy.
Just because you'd get a chance to touch Tom Hardy.
Sure.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Mad Max. But it's funny. I made a few Snapchats about my knee, and a lot of people actually thought that I broke my kneecap entirely.
I'd believe it if you were running full sprint into a hitch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. But I mean, if I broke my kneecap, I don't think I'd be here right now.
But you drink a lot of milk.
I do drink a lot of milk. My bones are goddamn strong. Let me tell you.
You're the man of steel.
Yeah, I'm like a skeleton warrior.
Rattle, rattle.
Yeah, deep down somewhere. I don't know where I'm going with this, but the point is, I didn't have time to explain it to most people, so I just said, "Yeah, I just got drunk."
Yeah.
So
Just say I fell.
for those of you that thought that I broke my kneecap because I was drunk, I didn't break it, but I was drunk.
So you were half right.
Yeah, you're half right.
If you gotta be technical.
Yes, just like I'm half mobile because one leg works and one leg. Let's face it, it's like insert analogy here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Hilarious. We need a little sign that says a plus.
Yeah. Like a neon sign.
You know what I think we're missing?
We're
We're missing a guest on our show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah? How long has it been since we had a guest on the show?
I think it's been since the Poltergeist and Insidious one. We had Scott on.
We did?
Yeah.
That was like 4 episodes ago, right?
That was episode 18 or something.
Yeah. I mean, it still feels like...
You know what I think we should do?
What's that?
After this episode, like, for sure, like we wanted to do with the group viewing of House of a Thousand Corpses.
Do it with...
1,000. Do it with The Devil's Rejects,
Yeah.
the sequel to this.
And then get whoever wants to be on here.
And really, you can watch either one and not be confused. They really are their own independent films. It just so happens
I
they're
see.
sequels to each other.
Oh, I see.
Like, the second one opens up with a text, like a paragraph that just quickly goes, 7 months later after doing this thing, which we'll talk about in this, the police force of Rugsville, Texas, conducts a manhunt on the Firefly family.
Was that their last name?
Yes.
That's so weird.
Their adoptive last name. It's not really their name.
Okay.
They go by several names, but that's the one that they're known by in the movie.
Oh,
But they're totally different monsters, and you'll get to see that next week.
Okay.
But I really think, like, what we should do like a reaction thing, like in the beginning, like we interview each person that watches it. Like, so John, what'd you think of the movie?
Yeah, we should do that.
Menser, what'd you think? Jesse, what'd you think? Chelsea,
That'd
Ashley,
be
whoever.
pretty fun.
Sideshow Bob.
Speaking of sideshows, is Captain Spaulding in the sequel?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody in this movie of the killers is in the sequel.
Okay. I wasn't expecting him to be involved in anything, really. At first, you're like, of course. But then you're like, oh, maybe he's, out of the way, genuinely.
Yeah.
He's just there for a character. But
no.
kind of brings it all home at the end there. But yeah, so let's start talking about this movie, It starts off with one of the best characters I've ever seen in any movies, honestly.
One of the best clowns ever. Like,
Oh, yeah.
the best clown since It. Tim Curry as It.
Isn't it funny how these clowns are funny?
They are funny, but like...
They are actually funny clowns.
But the wrong person watches it, and they'll be fucking terrified out of their minds. Like, I remember watching It as a kid. That's the only movie to this day to have made me wet myself.
Really?
6 years old.
I mean, yeah, you were a kid, of course.
But then I watched it 4th grade. As soon as I saw him on screen, turned off the TV, threw the remote across the room, ran out of the room.
And you were like maybe 11?
Yeah, 10 or 11.
Yeah.
And then when I watched it again just recently, like freshman or sophomore year, dude, I was laughing my ass off the entire time.
Yeah. Well, that's not really recently, if you think about it. It's about 5 years ago, man.
Oh, I know. I'm so old.
5 or 6 years ago.
Almost 10 years ago. Because freshman year, I was like 14.
Yeah, but you're not 24.
Almost. That's 8 years ago.
Yeah, right? Right?
Ugh,
That's
hurts.
crazy. I know. That's why when we deal with bitches nowadays that are still in that high school mentality, you gotta sit there and grab them and go, high school was 5 years ago,
Yeah.
I mean, because we know, no names, but there are some girls that it's always girls, right? That are like, they still think that everything's about high school and everything's like that, so they try to make drama that's not there. And that's always puts it in perspective, because you sit there and go, man, I haven't heard of this shit since I was in, oh my god, that was half a decade ago. That was when iPods were cool.
Yeah. Dude, if you had these 3 iPods 5 years ago, I would have been the fucking man.
I'd be the fucking man. They'd be like, I wish my iPad had more memory space. Like, I have fucking 3 of them, bitch.
Yeah. All you gotta do is take me out to dinner.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna buy the lobster.
Uh-oh.
That means I had to touch their dick. But still, I can't remember what I was talking about. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Something about the clown.
Yeah, clowns. Clowns.
Clowns are great.
Yeah, clowns are great. Okay? Like, they can
They've
be
been
really...
turned into one of the biggest, baddest boogeymen in horror recently. Like, ever since Stephen King's It.
I think it's because their purpose is the exact opposite of what they end up doing in horror movies. Because the purpose of a clown is to make generally kids laugh.
Yeah.
So when you
They drive around on their bikes going, Von Leven,
Von Levenshine, nice puppy boy. Not with the booms.
I don't know why they're Jewish, but...
I know. But, and then you make them like killers, then it's almost the exact opposite of, entertaining the innocent,
They make a balloon animal out of your intestines and you're like, oh, the irony.
But here's what I hate: people that are scared of clowns. Period. Not because they're supposed to be a scary clown, but just scared of clowns.
Just freaked out by him. Like at the fair.
Yeah.
They'll walk by
That's
him.
annoying. That is really annoying. Because those people, no, they're not scared of clowns. They just say they're scared of clowns because they think it's funny or weird, you know?
Yep.
You
Or
know?
obtuse. That's
like,
right.
Like the people that say, like, I don't know. I
It's just random.
Yeah, like so random. The Penguin of Doom. You know? Just bullshit. I don't know.
Get that random shit out of here.
Yeah. Ah, gosh. I can't explain it, but you know what I mean. And I'm
I know.
sure you viewers, or listeners, I should say, know what I'm talking about too. So if
when
you're
the
one-
fair rolls around in a few weeks.
Yeah, if you're one of those motherfuckers, mushroom-clad lame motherfucker. If you're one of those people that looks at a clown and is genuinely terrified, fine, whatever. But if you sit there in a group and go, "Oh, I hate clowns," go kill yourself.
Yeah.
You know. So
And film it.
yeah,
So we can get an Unfriended too.
yeah.
Wait, what the fuck am I saying?
Oh, I don't know.
I hated that movie.
Send your Skype accounts to GBB at you knows.
No. What have you done?
What have I done? What have I done?
No.
What have I done?
Oh, there's a part in The Devil's Rejects where Captain Spaulding takes this person's car
Yeah.
and he gets in and her kid is in the passenger seat
Oh.
and he's got makeup and everything still on and he's just like, "What's the matter, kid? You don't like clowns?" And he's just like, you know, because he just saw Spaulding like knock his mom out,
Oh, jeez.
like a headbutt and shit. You know,
I'd
because
be
he's a big
scared
man.
too. Yeah.
But he's just like shaking his head, and he's just like, "Why? Don't we make you laugh? Aren't we fucking funny?"
Holy shit. That's amazing.
And
See,
he-
I need to watch this movie. That has Captain Spaulding in the action.
And then he's like, "Now I'm gonna come back for you and your mama, and if you don't come up with a good reason why you don't like clowns, I'm gonna kill you and your whole fucking family."
Whoa, man, that's terrifying.
Now get on out of here. Move your ass. Yeah.
Oh, man. So, with that, we should probably explain who Captain Spaulding is.
Yeah. Captain Spaulding is the proprietor of Captain Spaulding's Museum of Monsters and Madmen, which is attached to his gas station.
Yeah, so it's just he runs everything, honestly.
Fried chicken, gasoline, crazy shit like you
Freak
see
show.
in Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah, really. It
The
looks like
alligator boy, the mermaid,
that. I miss that show, dude. Ripley's Believe It or Not.
the mold of the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking weird.
So, like, this guy, yeah, he's the opener of this movie, pretty much. It opens with his establishment, museum. I don't know what
his
you call
his
it.
commercial just saying, "Hi, folks.
You know.
You like blood, violence, blah 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 blah." It even does like even before that, like one of those hokey ass spook shows.
Yeah.
Dr. Wolfenstein's Creature feature show.
Yeah.
No, the doctor's in. And I cracked up at John when he was like, "I should model Dr. Nasty off of him."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
I was like, "Holy shit, that's genius."
Well, I don't know. John is going to be Dr. Nasty, but, I mean, should he be, like, Monster or, like...
He should be Monster and Mad Men.
Yeah. Like... Oh, I have an idea. He'll be like Two-Face. One side looks like a pharmacist, and like the other side just like is like drooping. His hair's messed up. He has like a bottle of Jack.
Yeah.
His shirt's untucked.
Because alcoholism is the real monster.
Exactly. You got it now, buddy. Oh, he shaves only half his face.
Yes.
Oh, I gotta tell John that. That's genius.
You gotta write this down.
Oh my god. Well, no, we have it in the podcast.
Oh, fuck.
John,
That's right.
You listen to every single episode, so there's your idea.
Does he still?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, thank God.
I think he's our number one fan again.
Oh, sweet.
You hear that, John? You're our number one fan. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. So yeah, Captain Spaulding is quite the character. Now, if you see this movie, you will love this character. He's so...
He's easily the best character in the whole movie.
He's pretty fucking entertaining. Probably because he's on that, like, level where he's like, you want to see what he's doing and why is he doing it.
I would watch a whole Clerks-esque movie
Yeah.
of him just running his shop
Yeah.
throughout
yeah.
the day.
He's
Like,
he's
even
quite-
if he doesn't kill anybody or do whatever, you know, just him walking around just like, whoever's ringing that bell out there, I'm gonna come out there and yank your sack off.
Yeah. When you look at him, you go, oh man, I wish he did that, and he does it. You know, oh, I wish he said this, and he says something better.
Yeah.
It's great.
So
He's exactly how a clown running a freak show museum should act.
this movie easily has one of my favorite openings of any horror film.
I would agree.
It's in the top 5. I was gonna say top 10, but top 5. And we are going to describe it right now. This is probably the only part we will describe in detail.
Yes. Because everything else is
anything.
so blurry to me, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And I won't drag this podcast down
Oh, God.
like we've been known to do. So
Drag it down. We started at rock bottom.
started from rock bottom, now we're here. So
Slightly above rock bottom. We're like silt level.
yeah,
Nice.
silt. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got to throw a little pinch of it over your shoulder for good luck.
That's salt.
God damn it. Rock bottom again.
Ah,
so,
fuck.
so anyway, after the commercial for his fried chicken and gasoline, Monsters of Mad Men, we open up on Spaulding sitting around talking with this old man named Stucky.
Yeah.
Like, that's not explicitly said in the movie, but, like, they're talking over this picture that he has, this painting of a topless broad.
Oh.
He's just like, I can't do anything with this. It's worth nothing. It's got my name all over it. And it says, like, to Stucky with love. And he's just like, I was fixing it to sell it to Jackie Cobb. And they're just going on, you know, like,
Yeah.
oh, that horny fucking retard down at Molly's Food Stamps.
Yeah.
You know, for the life of me, I can't understand why you hang out with that asshole.
And you even mentioned this dialogue seems like Quentin Tarantino's kind
Yeah.
of dialogue, where they don't need to explain who these people are that they're talking about or why they're talking, but it's so interesting the conversation they're having. You just kind of pick up on everything on your own,
Yeah.
you know.
By the way, this is Rob Zombie's first horror film he's
so
ever made.
I gotta give him some slack for the actual horror bits, I suppose,
Yeah.
but the dialogue he seems to have pretty down.
Yeah, I think he wrote and directed both of these movies. I
Yeah.
think he writes and directs every flick he's made,
Yeah, I believe it.
except for maybe the Halloween remakes.
Yeah, that one seemed
I'm not
more
sure.
cut and dry, but still,
Um,
it was good.
But yeah, his dialogue I fucking love. That's the shit that everybody goes on about
Yeah.
if they're fans of these two movies. Oh, excuse me. But, yeah, they're just talking about bullshit. Like, this dude that they're talking about fucking shoves shit up his ass.
Yeah.
Like the Planet of the Apes doll. had Dr. Zay stuck halfway up his ass. Couldn't get it out. And meanwhile, there's these two robbers that are planning on breaking into the gas station outside, doing the POV shot like Halloween. If you've ever seen that movie, or basically anything else.
Yeah, they do.
You're like birds or first person view from outside.
Friday the 13th does that too.
Mm-hmm.
They do that a lot. And you know, have you ever noticed how they always do it during a sex scene? They
Yes.
always show Jason's like point of view when they're like fucking, and he's just staring at him through the window. And it's like, come on. I know you like to watch, but stop.
Yeah.
You're
Come on,
being,
man.
You're being sicko. Just go in there and kill them.
Yeah. It's disturbing enough you kill people.
Yeah. now
You can't be watching them fuck.
Exactly. Come on. Where are your manners?
Yeah.
Where are your bedside manners? Dr. Voorhees. Anyway.
Yeah, just all of a sudden, you have cancer. What? I can't believe... Voorhees, you have no bedside manner.
I have a prescription. It's a machete. So go on.
So, Stucky goes into the bathroom, and then that's when the robbers make their fucking move. They bust in, fucking guns blazing.
Mm.
And they're basically acting like, if you don't start acting cool, shells will be hitting the floor.
real quick.
And Captain Spaulding instantly has none of this.
Yeah.
He's just like, Mary fucking Moses, you get the fuck out of here. You know, whatever. And he's just like, you shut up. Keep your paws where I can see him. And he holds up his hands and he's giving the bird.
Yeah, actually, it's a little clip. I have actually that photo.
We're going to use that as the thing.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's funny. I already made it.
Yay.
Yeah, it's him doing the bird.
Yeah, that's so great.
He's got that little smile on his face too. It's pretty.
Yeah,
funny.
just. But they're like, the one is obviously the man because his sidekick's just like, you're making a move. I'll blast a hole the size of a watermelon through your fucking bozo face, good stinky hat, you know,
Stinky hat. Yeah.
bullshit like that. And
Yeah.
Spaulding's just like, the fuck's that supposed to mean?
Yeah. He clearly is in control.
Yeah,
You know?
it's so great, and they just have this back and forth, like, give me all the cash, all the money in the cash box, and I might just leave your brains inside your skull. And he's just like, I'll tell you what, Ski King, why don't you take your mama home some chicken, and then I won't have to shove my food all up in your ass.
He has like a leg of chicken with him. It's so fucked up. I love that. It's so strange. A clown runs a murder mystery ride and a freak show museum and a gas station, and he sells fried chicken.
And then a robber busts in, and he's just like, okay.
You ever wonder if it's actually good? Like, he has regular customers coming in to get Captain Spaulding's chicken.
I'd shop there.
But think about it, though. Like, that's fucking weird. Like, oh, where'd you get this chicken from, you know, for this little lunch we're having? Oh, that clown at the gas station.
Oh, you mean Spaulding? Yeah, man, he's kind of cool.
No one would touch that fucking chicken. I'm just saying.
I would.
Well, yeah, that's true.
If I was alive back then,
Exactly.
granted, these are fictional characters.
Yeah.
Fictional characters.
Maybe we can open up a freak show. And
Oh shit, that'd
fried
be
chicken.
when I retire as an old man. I'll do it. That's my dream. Yeah, they just keep on going, and he's just like, I'm gonna give you to the fucking count of 10 before I blast your fucking face open. 1, and Spaulding's just like, fuck your mama,
2,
fuck your sister,
3.
fuck your grandma, whatever. And then right as he's just like, oh fuck it, this other dude busts in with a big old mask on.
Yeah.
And he fucking axes that guy.
Yeah.
Spaulding pulls out a gun, shoots the idiot, the sidekick,
Uh-huh.
and then the boss robber is laying on the ground. He's just like, what the fuck? What's going on? And then Spaulding leans over him in like a Tarantino shot too, like from
Yeah.
Kill Bill, and he's just like, but most of all, fuck you. And then right before the fade out, goddamn motherfucker got clown all over my best clown suit.
Yeah. So messed up. There's also dialogue with the sidekick in the background too. He recognizes who the robbers are.
Yeah, the old
Stucky.
man Stucky.
He's just like, hey, aren't you that one kid from down the street?
Yeah, Richard Wick works at the hardware store, right? Just shut your trap.
Oh, man.
Yeah, all the kids used to make fun of you, call you Little Dick Wick.
Little Dick Wick.
Playing with his brick. Don't the smell just make you sick? Then he pulls off his mask. He's just like, stop it, I hate that song. He's like a grown fucking man.
Yeah, they were fucked before they got there.
Oh, it was just so good.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you kind of, at that point, you're like wondering, was Captain Spaulding like, was he really defending his like gas station?
Who shot first, Hunter Greedo?
Yeah, pretty much, right? Because he could have just been like, fuck off, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, they did.
You get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he did tell him to get the fuck out of there.
He was even gonna give him some chicken.
He got blood all over his nice clown suit.
I know, what a dickhead.
Oh well.
Why do you
He's
have
not
to
even,
go?
he's not even wearing. Was he wearing a clown suit? Yes, he was. He was
Yes,
wearing
he
a clown
was.
suit. In most other scenes, he just has the makeup on, but he's wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
All of his shirts are great.
Yeah.
There's like the hot dog, and then on the back it says, if I wanted to listen to an asshole, I'd fart.
He wears that when the cops show up, right?
No, that's when our main protagonists show up. And then the one for the cops is Pigs is Beautiful.
Yeah, like how funny is that?
And it's this ugly ass boss hog with a captain's hat on. Like ours we have. You
Oh
know?
yeah, like the little naval, like the Navy sea captain hat, or admiral, I should say, whatever.
Yeah. So after this crazy opening title sequence where Rob Zombie plays music by Rob Zombie
Of course, because you got to put
on
your
a
own
Rob
shit-
Zombie film.
Yeah, it ain't a Tarantino film unless you're in it.
Yeah. Supposedly he's one of the background characters in the Dr. Wolfenstein's creature feature show. Like doing shit in the background, Rob Zombie.
Oh, I wouldn't recognize him anyway.
Yeah, he's just got like long fucking hair and a big old beard. Like Otis looks like in Devil's Rejects.
Which
Pretty much.
which we got to see.
Which I thought, because I saw Devil's Rejects first and then saw this one second, didn't throw any shit off, really.
Really?
I was like, oh, that's where they got that tick, like that personality tick. But, Yeah, I thought Otis was fucking Rob Zombie in the second one because he grows a beard in between the two movies.
Did you ever look it up to see if it was?
Yeah, it's Bill Moseley.
Oh, okay.
He's in the second Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's also in the most recent Texas Chainsaw 3D.
Oh god, that one's so stupid.
And he's in like a bunch of low budget shit.
Yeah. Which Texas Chainsaw was it where like they really played, it was almost a comedy, honestly. They really played up like the dinner table scenes. You know what I'm talking about?
That might have been the first one, really.
No, it was kind of like jokey. It was way too jokey.
I don't know. I know the second one's very jokey.
Yeah, it might have been that.
It's got the one with the metal plate on
Yep.
the side of his head. That's Bill Moseley. That's Otis.
Okay, I thought so. We should watch those too. Those are weird.
He's the one that's like, dog will hunt. In Jerry Was a Race Car Driver from Primus.
Just dropping it like it ain't no thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, these kids bumble into this.
Jerry, Bill, Mary, and Denise.
Do their names matter? These characters don't seem
No.
like the main characters, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to be rooting or something for them. I don't know. I just felt so bored with them. I was just like, okay, they're probably going to die.
They're just fodder.
At that point, you're actually watching this movie to just experience the setting, like where they're at, the crazy people around them, you know?
This all takes place in Texas, if that makes any difference for you listeners. These four people are traveling across the country to write about all the different weird sideshow attractions you might see on the side of the road going across the country.
Is that actually what they're doing?
Yeah.
But they didn't want to stick around
They say
Captain
that
Spaulding's?
They say that to Spaulding's because they pull over to get gas, and he's just like, "Oh shit, Museum of Monsters and Madmen and fried chicken and gasoline. This place has everything." And they're like, "Okay." And then they send Jerry in to check out the place, and he's like, "Holy shit, you got to come in here and check." So then that's when they start talking to Spaulding.
Yeah, and he's like, "Is this good? Is this wake up the girls and let's all go inside good?"
Yeah,
And he's like, "Fuck yeah."
yeah, it's fucking boss.
Oh yeah.
Chris Hardwick is in this movie.
By the way, and who is the other guy from
Rainn Wilson.
from The Office?
Yeah.
Obviously, this is before The Office, but
I think this movie came out in 2002.
Yeah, so it has the main dudes are Dwight Schrute from The Office and Chris Hardwick from
After Midnight.
A lot of G4 shows.
The Talking Dead.
The Nerdist. He's on a lot of stuff there, like Bowling with Celebrities.
This is like when he was kind of bigger.
Yeah.
He's like my physique.
Yeah, he's no.
Maybe bigger.
No, he looks like a little boy. But no, he's got a little roundness to his face. He's not really fat or chubby, but he just kind of
he's certainly not the twig he is now.
Yeah, for sure.
He reformed himself into a handsome man.
All those video games, really worked him out. But anyway, so yeah, and the two women are, who cares?
I only care about the
one that survives, basically.
Yeah.
Well, technicality.
Because she's attractive.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, do you want to answer that?
No. I'll let her ring.
Okay. All right.
I'll tell her later. I'll call her back later.
Okay. So yeah, so they go into the gas station, and they're all pretty much checking it out.
Writing down notes, taking pictures, and he's just like, Bill goes up to Spaulding. He's like, "How long you been running this place?" And he goes, "Well, how long's a piece of string?" I don't know. Too goddamn long, that's so long.
It's so weird.
Just like every line is pure gold out of Spaulding.
And it's so weird. But yeah, Chris Hardwick's character is very fascinated with him.
Yeah.
Like, way more than the others.
He's like, I took over from my pa right after the Duke nabbed the Oscar. Oh, you mean John Wayne? Well, son, how many Dukes do you know about? Greatest American that ever lived. And he's got a tattoo of John Wayne on his fucking arm.
Yeah.
And it says the Duke under it.
It's a really shitty tattoo.
And he starts flexing it a bit, and he's just like, "Circle up the wagons, pilgrims."
Which is so fucking funny. Man, that's why I legitimately think he could entertain children, too. Because that stuff, you don't have to get it or anything to know.
He's great at children's parties, I presume.
Mindless humor, you know. Oh, it's just great. I don't know.
Now you're going to get a John Wayne tattoo.
Yeah, now I'm going to get a John Wayne tattoo on my arm. I'm going to go pilgrims. Just on my, I don't know, on my, stomach, and I'll make it talk.
Yeah. They, Spaulding tells them about the murder ride that he has in the back, which is basically like, people here in Idaho will know, like, or at any state fair, they have that spook house ride where you sit in the cart and you just go around and all these things pop up and hiss at you like,
Yeah.
help, help,
And it starts shaking and rattling, you know.
why?
Yeah.
My favorite one is the one that like bangs against the fence, like bangs his head. He's just like, why? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
That was pretty funny. It's so clearly fake. But you know what, though? They look better than shit you see at the fair now.
Yeah.
But to be honest, like, if that was your business and you always had it running, you'd make it look pretty nice, too. The fairs, you gotta tear them down and put them up every time, so... But that's no excuse for something.
Shit.
Like, at Lagoon, you know? That looks... Have you ever been on that little haunted ride at Lagoon?
No.
It looks
Where
like
is
shit.
Lagoon?
Lagoon's in Utah.
No, I've never been to Utah.
Oh, dude, you gotta go. We're gonna go sometime, actually.
I've been
next month.
Actually, the one spot in Utah I've been to is the Salt Lake City Airport.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's not really close to SLC. It's close.
So
enough.
I've been
I
to
think you
Utah
drive
in the same way that I've been to Oakland. Just the airport.
There you go. Straight out of Oakland. But no, we're gonna go sometime next month. We should see if we can arrange a time that'd be best for you to go.
I just have to know exactly when so I can request it off sooner than later.
Of course. But anyway, regardless. Yeah. So he has his ride back there.
And he's talking about infamous killers like Ed Gein, Albert Fish, etc.
Yeah. And he's standing at the front of the ride too.
Which
Which is really cool.
Dressed all decked out with like the most American fucking jacket I've ever seen since Captain America. And this big old Uncle Sam-esque top hat. It's just so boss.
You want to hug him.
I do.
Oh, yes.
Sid Haig is just the best. I want to see him in everything.
As Captain Spaulding.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Like the next Batman and Superman film,
Yeah.
Captain Spaulding in the background.
But
Who gives a fuck?
Exactly. But the whole time you think something's going to happen to them. Like, I don't know. That's in my first time watching it. I had at the back of my head like this feeling that they might get killed in this ride. It is the murder mystery ride. You know, sketchy gas station guy. I don't know.
Yeah. It's mostly an exposition shot because they eventually get to a local hero, as Spaulding puts it,
Dr. Death.
Dr. Satan.
Dr. Satan, that's what it was.
S. Quentin Quayle. I've seen this so many times.
Yeah. You've seen House of 1,000 Corpses 1,000 times.
Almost.
House of 1,000 viewings.
Yes. This room has been a home to almost 1,000 viewings of that movie. One for every corpse.
Oh, God.
I'm getting there.
Oh, jeez.
Freaking, but yeah, the whole ride sequence is like, it's shot like a music video. They do like the inverted, weird reflective
those
thing.
transitions also like that made no sense to me.
I was like, that's obviously a Rob Zombie move because he probably directs his own music videos.
Yeah, he does this shit all the time, you know?
So, I was like, huh. When I first saw this, I was like, oh, that's
He
different.
keeps your attention, but I don't know if it was very tasteful. I would have said keep it in if I saw that cut, but at the same time, I would have been like, I don't know, it's too weird.
Yeah.
But oh well, it's fine.
Spices it up.
Yeah, it's fine.
So he talks about Dr. Satan, who was a master surgeon who believed that he could make the Ubermensch,
Yeah.
like Superman, out of the mentally ill.
Yeah.
Because, that probably fucking works.
Why not?
Vigilante justice prevailed. They took his ass out and hung him. And whatever.
Yeah, because he was basically murdering the disabled and others.
And he finishes his urban legend by going, the next day, his body turned up missing. And to this day, nobody knows where he is. But then who knows? Maybe he lives next door to you. Perfect spooky urban legend.
Yeah,
And it didn't end with Bigfoot, so it really is a great urban legend.
Oh, man. It's a Keith Urban legend. One of the greats.
Which then prompts Jerry to go, dude, we gotta go see that fucking hanging tree.
Yeah, we gotta go see where they hung Dr. Death. And then that leads to him arguing with Captain Spaulding himself, and he's just going,
don't bother. I wouldn't go that way.
He's like Mad Max, like, I wouldn't if I were you.
And Jerry's just like, come on, I live for this shit. And he's just like, fine. Here's the directions. If you get lost, tough.
Yeah.
And take some complimentary chicken.
Yeah, which is really cool of him, though. And he's like, you're going to get a great write up about this.
And then he's just like, yeah.
He's like, whatever, I don't care.
Like I give a shit.
So, yeah, he pretty much draws a really shitty map on a napkin. He's like, go down this road, go left, and then right, and then left again. That's a tree. There you go.
Yeah.
Here's your fucking chicken.
If you've gone past the third tree, you've gone too far.
Yeah, seriously.
You go past these little tents. They're waves, you jackass. It's a river.
What was that from?
Futurama.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Pharaoh one.
Oh, yeah, it says he's hiding behind some...
Tents.
Those are waves, jackass.
It's supposed to be a river.
Who said that? It is I, the great Pharaoh. But anyway, yeah.
Which leads them to find this woman on the side of the road, whose name is Baby.
Which is fucking weird.
Not making this up.
But she looks like some fucking hippie kind of free spirit girl. Like, if you've ever seen the Coven season of American Horror Story, she's like that one witch, Missy, who's just all this, like, kind of... That's exactly who I thought of when I saw this. There's always, I'm sure there's a better comparison that more people can relate to, but, you know, that is the best I've got.
I'll tell you this. That's Rob Zombie's wife.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Puts her in every one of his movies.
What a dick.
I know, flaunting that piece of ass
Oh my
in front
god.
of everybody.
Oh jeez, Derek. Oh jeez.
I would do that though if I had a pretty attractive woman. You know, doesn't matter. I'd be like, whatever.
What if she didn't want to be in the movie?
Well then,
Too tough. Tough.
no, I'd
Put on
be
this
like,
dress.
whatever.
I don't want to play a sexy maid. Tough.
Yeah,
Get in the damn movie.
you start dieting right now.
Oh god, go home later. No, like months later, the film's done. Just like touching yourself to that movie. Are you watching your movie again? Yeah. Here's your scene. Oh Jesus, I don't want to do this anymore. Tough.
We're making the
Who's
sequel in a year.
Who's the doctor here? I don't know. Are you sure you should be poking it like that?
Oh,
But yeah.
Jesus.
So anyway, yeah, they pick up a country girl.
Yep, named Baby. They're driving along this road. She says her house is right next to the tree. She lives right near it.
And they're like, oh shit, homie. And of course, it's storming like crazy.
Yeah, raining like a motherfucker. And we see that they get a flat.
Yeah.
Not accident either, because there's this motherfucker with a bear suit in the bushes, and he fucking shoots one of the tires out.
Yeah, which, damn, that's a good shot.
I know, he's pretty far away.
I mean, they were going pretty fast. They, like, basically ran into the tree.
Yeah.
I mean, really. Well, not really, but you know.
It was crazy. And this prompts Bill and Baby to go back to her house.
Yeah, and then...
To where she tries like hell to come on to him.
Pretty much. And he's like, you know, no sense in all of us getting wet and going, so stay here and I'll go. You know?
Yeah. Oh, it's so bad, like...
It's a weird-ass family when they get to her house.
Oh yeah, quite the colorful family. There's Baby,
Mm.
Rob Zombie's wife. There's eventually RJ, who's the one in the bear suit.
Yeah.
Their mom, named Mama.
Of course. Who I don't want to say is a MILF, but she's something.
She's something, alright.
Yo, geez.
She's all...
Just tastes so damn good.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, gross.
And then there's Tiny.
Who is a giant.
Yeah. He's the giant... He's the giant actor, Matthew McGrory, who's from Bubble Boy
And Big Fish.
and Big Fish.
Yeah, he's the giant in Big Fish. Dude, we gotta watch that movie. It's been so long since I've seen it.
He's a big fucking fish.
Yeah. But yeah, he wears a mask and he's been like mutilated. So he just doesn't talk or anything.
Yeah, they explain that later. They also got a grandpa named Hugo, who's just the exact opposite of Tiny, which is why I guess they call him Hugo.
Well, Tiny is a little slow, but is the grandpa? The grandpa's like senile, kind of.
Yeah.
This is a little weird, but
I love him, man. And then there's, of course, Otis, who's like the main erratic, eclectic person of the house.
he looks like he could run like a.
He deals all the fucking business.
He'll run like a cult, you know.
Yeah,
And he kind of
that's how it opens up. He's lecturing these 3 cheerleaders that are kidnapped in the house, tied up and gagged. This movie does not try to surprise you on who the killers are.
Yeah, it's like, oh god. That's like kind of like a side plot.
That's what I like, really, is that our main four protagonists have no idea. Like, they should see like a couple red flags going up, but the audience is instantly told these people are not one to be fucked with.
So you just kind of see if they're going to actually, socially get themselves through it. Because they are courteous at first. They're not trying to kill him at first.
Mm-hmm.
Or if something's going to go wrong, or they're just going to... one of the parties might snap. So it's just kind of a waiting game, because something's going to happen.
Yeah. And they all eat at dinner. They try to ask the family about Dr. Satan.
Oh, and then they freak out.
And Otis is just giving them a whole bunch of fucking roundabout answers, like... Hugo's like, hey, he'd really like to know. Enlighten him. And Otis is like, well, I bet you would stick your head in the fire if I told you could see hell. Meanwhile, you got a demon up your ass saying, holy Miss Moly, got me alive.
So fucked up.
And then, at some certain point, the bell chimes, and Grandpa's just like, all right, dinner's over. Ladies and germs. It's showtime! Cuts to this fucking big old thing they're putting on, because this family, of course...
is weird.
And weird families really like to put a lot of effort into Halloween.
Yeah.
Because this is Halloween Eve.
Yeah. Which I don't think we mentioned. We didn't mention.
No, they say it right in the beginning of the film at Spalding's gas station.
But this family fucking does that shit.
Of course they do.
Regardless. But that leads. That's a little more. That's better for the protagonist because they don't know. Maybe they're doing this for Halloween.
Yep, they say so. They're like, it's a special occasion for us. So they put on this thing. Grandpa tells like the dirtiest joke I've ever heard an old man tell.
I could hardly hear it. It was so weird sounding.
Because they kept like cutting all over the place. Yeah. What I think is that they wouldn't let him do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think that was the one thing they were just like, that joke goes on way too long.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's a raunchy joke, and we'll have to put that, like, in the description or something. or link it to a video on YouTube about...
We could do that, yeah.
Of that. Because that scene's pretty funny. Because he tells it like fucking Sam Kinison would.
Yeah, yelling.
Because he does, like, every, like, a line or two, and then he just goes, ah! Or whatever. But it's just so loud and obnoxious. Like, it kills the feedback on the mic. It's so funny.
Yeah.
And then after that, the main attraction, baby in this nice dress, crazy, like, pale makeup.
Yeah, she's dressed like a hoe.
Yeah. Like a spooky hoe.
Oh, my.
Doing this song and dance, which gets interrupted because she decides to sit on Bill's lap. And his girlfriend Mary's having none of that.
Yeah. She's
she's just kind of playing the shit anyway, just like being an entertainer.
Yeah, she's like, get off of Dwight.
Yeah. She pinches Jerry's cheeks and he's just like, alright. And Denise is just like, God damn it, Jerry. Whatever. And even Denise was like, we should not make waves around here. Just get through this and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But of course Mary has to fuck all of them over. And
Pretty
go,
much.
get off him. I said, get off him, you fucking whore.
Yeah, and it's like, it's one thing to, like, defend him, but then, like, to insult the family that's trying to, well, at least not kill you.
Yeah.
You know?
They're trying. God bless them.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that around people unstable. I'd go, alright, that's fine.
I'd be like, fine, sit on my boyfriend's lap. I don't give a shit.
Just don't murder us, please. Although they're
Von
pretty
Lee.
much, they're just playing with their food at this point, though. You know?
Yeah.
So... Yeah.
It's fucked, so they're like, I suggest you leave. And then they try to leave, and then they get attacked.
Yeah, they come off of, like, fake scarecrows, pretty much hog time, pushed into some snake water.
Oh, shit.
And that's from Teen Girl Squad, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that?
Dude, it's been years since
I know.
I've seen this.
It's that one where they're, like, little babies. And then
okay.
And then it's just, like, Tompkins comes up, and he just, like, hey, you underpants, who wants to be hog-tied and pushed into... some snake water.
What is snake water?
I don't fucking
just water filled with snakes,
I don't know, dude.
or water from the tears of snakes.
It's like snake oil, maybe. It's just fake.
Yeah, they all get attacked. The next day, RJ just comes out, just sauntering around like, who gives a shit? And they all wake up around the house. Turns out Bill has been killed and turned into a fucking figurine. Fish boy.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Oh, that was so crazy. Because he like reveals it to Mary, like, like, hey, shut your fucking mouth! I'm trying to work here. Work? Do you know work?
And
No, I
she's just,
bet you
like,
do.
crying.
You Malibu Barbie piece of shit. I love his berating words. They're just so great.
As he's murdering their friends.
He's like, you fucking shit-heeled Barbie wannabes scooping ice cream to your friends wearing socks with Mickey Mouse on one side and Donald Duck on the other.
Fuck you.
I ain't playing these games, mama.
It's so fucked up.
All this shit. Yeah, so Bill got killed to the tune of Brick House.
He got killed to death.
Instant classic.
Oh, yes.
Killed straight to death. So Mary does that. She sees that. Jerry gets scalped in another scene by Baby wearing a cheerleader outfit.
And that is really weird, because she comes up and she's like, guess a number. And he's like, this is a shitty game. Well, what the fuck? You know,
Who's my favorite movie star? like, I'll give you one last chance, and you get this wrong, you are fucked.
And he's like, Marilyn Monroe. She's like, wrong.
Betty Davis, sorry, you lose. Ah. And then all of a sudden, ah!
Just starts scalping him. So messed up.
And then Denise wakes
That's my
up.
favorite one. Denise's.
She wakes up in this Alice in Wonderland, this Alice dress with clown makeup on her face,
Yeah.
but done like subtly,
Yeah.
not like Spalding's.
Exactly.
You know, very feminine clown. Harley Quinn, if you will.
Yeah.
Tiny unties her because he's just like whatever. He
Well, it's so funny. No, he comes in with like cereal. Like he's just lumbering around.
Agatha bits.
And she's like, please let me go. Yeah, Agatha bit. And he's like, okay. And he like unties her and starts eating the cereal that you're assuming he was going to give to her. Like maybe they said, go give her some food.
Yeah.
But he just like unties
He even
her.
kind of half-ass offers to her. He's just kind of like,
Yeah.
she's like, no.
So he's slurping down his alphabets or some shit. And then she's like, okay, I'm going to go. Bye. And she's waving to Tiny. And he's just waving back at her like, bye.
Like a big dope.
It's so
doofus.
fucking funny.
And then Otis appears out of nowhere like, where the fuck you think you're going?
Yeah. And then throws her in this cage. And then she's attacked by the 3 cheerleaders you saw earlier. And that's kind of like...
Or somebody.
Yeah, it's like, what? Did he turn them into zombies? Ferals? But then that question's like...
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
It leaves so many questions unanswered. But it's just kind of like, who cares?
Yeah.
Eventually, some cops are called by Denise's dad.
Yeah.
So they come investigating. They go to Spalding's fucking place of business.
And that's hilarious, too. I love all the scenes of Spalding.
Don't get all True Grit on my ass.
Yeah. So they're pretty much just like saying, don't fuck with us. You know more than, you're telling us. But he really doesn't, which is also kind of shitty.
Yeah.
So he pretty much just tells him the last thing that he knows about, which is he told him where the location of this tree was.
Drew the same map, presumably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if you get lost, tough.
Yeah, exactly.
They get there. These 2 cops, Sheriff Wydell and Bernie, I think his name was. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
he
really
doesn't matter. Wydell comes into play in the next movie.
Yeah. Does it?
You'll find out.
Okay.
But they go there investigating. Wydell talks to Mama. They're like... Fucking Otis gives them the down low, like, you go up there, play nice with the cop, and I'll also go around back and take care of everything like I always fucking do. Talking to his grandpa, and his grandpa fucking flips him off.
Yeah.
And he's watching the Munsters and shit.
Which is really ironic, because they pretty much are the monsters. Except not funny.
You put me in the seat behind that wheel, I'll show you driving. And he's just like, you old bitch hog, you couldn't get your fat ass in the seat. You ungrateful mother. And then Otis is just like, don't start with me, Hugo. Pulls out a big fucking Bowie knife or whatever.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
It's so weird. Because it's like, it's such a weird family, because you think they're going to murder each other at any moment, but no, they're all working together.
They would at the drop of a hat, I think.
Yeah, something's keeping them together. something.
This blood is forever.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Except that was weird. Yeah. So they start, like, basically offing the cops.
Yeah, as soon as the deputy finds one of the other cheerleaders, like, tied up in a shed,
Yeah.
he tries to call him. Mama shoots Wydell.
In the house, which is crazy, because he's just looking out the window, looks back, and all of a sudden, bam, revolver to the side of the head.
Boom.
And it shows it, too. It just shows his head, part of his head flying off.
Back and to the left.
Yeah, right? And it doesn't show from, like, behind either. It shows the front.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
And then it shows Otis kill Denise's dad, and then do, like, the longest take of shooting the deputy.
That I still don't get. I forgot about that. That was really weird. Like, he's gonna shoot him in the head.
Yeah, it does this long crane shot upwards.
Yeah.
Like, almost as if we're getting dragged up into the sky.
And he's just kneeling there. Maybe he was, like, letting him, like, find peace or something before.
Try and guess my favorite actor.
Yeah. James Dean? Wrong. Marilyn Monroe.
Ronald Reagan. Sorry, you lose.
Oh, shit. Jimmy Carter. That's the president. Fuck. But, yeah, so...
Which, then this cuts completely later, nighttime. Baby and RJ go and pick up alcohol at Red Hot Pussy Liquors.
Which is a funny-ass name for a store.
I love it. Who runs it? Jerry Ober, or Goober.
Yeah, yeah. That's funny. His name tag is Goober.
Yeah. How much do I owe you, Goober?
God.
Actually, it's G. Ober for Jerry Ober. But this new guy came in and wrote in an extra O, turned it into Goober. Fucking asshole.
Whatever, Goober.
All these side characters are just so great.
So weird, you know? But that's what makes him...
Like, again, I'd watch a movie with, like, half of a movie with Goober just dealing with fucking, like, serial killers coming in.
It's a colorful place, that's for sure.
It's all red with porn playing in the background.
So I think they give him, like...
It came up to, like, $186. And then she's just like, keep the change. Get a new name, Goober. He's just like, oh, thank you, ma'am. Whatever.
Yeah.
And they set up this crazy shit. Jerry, Mary, Denise, etc. They're all in bunny costumes.
Yeah.
The rest of them are dressed up. Grandpa's a samurai.
Yeah, it's fucking... Grandpa's a samurai, just whatever.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, alright.
He was there during World War II.
Hell yeah, he probably fought Tojo with his bare hands.
Yeah, probably.
Bare knuckle box Tojo.
Probably ripped that off the samurai he fucking killed. You don't know.
In the Kyoto Octagon. Anyway, so...
This Sunday.
Grandpa versus Tojo. No. John Cena versus Benito Mussolini. So, I'm gonna fucking throw that sound effect in there. Oh, jeez. So anyway, they're like doing some weird like...
This big old thing. And this is one of the more gruesome things in this movie. Otis skins Denise's dad. Like his torso.
Yeah.
And his face.
Because he was with them with the cops. So he's basically wearing her dad's skin.
Yeah.
He looks just like her dad.
I'm the one who brings the Christmas candy. Now tell me, who's your daddy?
And she's like, oh my god. And all the people in the back are like, you're the daddy.
And I'm the one who loved you. And then reveals the fucking chest with the 2 bullet holes. And he's just like, and I'm the one who loves you when you're fucking dead.
Yeah, jeez.
It is so crazy.
And he starts trying to kiss her wearing her father's mask. Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's nightmare fuel.
Yeah, really. But one thing leads to another, and then they're pretty much dragged off from this graveyard.
Into the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, behind the house, presumably.
And they're still wearing bunny costumes.
Yeah.
These two.
There's 3.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're like, gonna get buried into this hole. Mary runs off, so Baby goes, fucking stabs her in the chest.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Yeah, like over and over again.
Oh, it was nuts. And, they bring her dead ass back. And then they throw Jerry and Denise into the hole.
They lower him down.
Drop him into this cave-like thing.
Pretty much.
Filled with water and, like, zombified people.
Yeah, and it's like, where the fuck are they? And she gets attacked by these zombies, but they don't, like, hurt her.
The coffin is ripped apart. She gets out somehow. Now she's underground. Not making this up.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Like, this all seems very schizophrenic, but really, it just moves along. She's walking around in this bunny outfit. Still, I think, with that makeup on.
Yeah, slight makeup.
It's just crazy. Runs into another few people down there. They rip the bunny suit off her.
Yeah, they take the bunny costume off of her.
Like,
they
what
want,
the-
like they want the bunny costume. What the hell? They just walk away. It's so weird.
And she's just like...
She's like, what the fuck?
And she makes her way past all these corpses. Presumably not the whole 1,000.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. There's a hallway just full. Yeah.
Makes her way across the hallway. Makes it into this big red room where all these people are just sitting around, like an insane asylum.
Yeah.
Just sitting there watching TV, presumably just static.
Yeah.
And because you can't get good reception underground in the 70s.
Yeah.
And if you could, this movie's bullshit.
Exactly.
That's the part that takes me out of the movie.
TV Underground? Okay. Sure, why not?
0 stars.
But yeah, this room is red as fuck. Like, literally red. Like, the lights are just so bloody.
And she looks over. She sees Jerry being, like, his head is open. It's his head, Cody.
Yeah, it's his head. He will see him in court. But yeah. And he's...
And this old frail man's just standing over him, tinkering in his brain. Dr. Satan.
Yeah, and he's, like, super old. Like, he has these, like... Oh. Hey, Ethan. Anyway. he has these, like, harness things on his shoulders and wrists.
Yeah, holding him up almost like Dr. Octopus kind of shit.
Yeah. Just so he can, like, operate and continue experimenting, I suppose. That is...
And she just
old
looks at him
age.
like, what the fuck? And then before she can even say anything, he looks up, and this big hulking motherfucker with a big axe comes out of this room up the stairs from him.
Yeah.
This is a man named Earl.
Yeah.
Earlier referred to in the movie as RJ and Tiny's dad. And this is why Tiny is all fucked up. When you see this movie, he's all burned and shit. Earl fucking set the house aflame because he thought there were spirits in the house.
Yeah.
But I guess he now lives with Dr. Satan. He's been banned from the house.
Yeah. So he's
'Cause
like...
that's bad.
Nobody likes him, man. So he's...
I wouldn't like him. He's a creepy looking dude.
So I guess Dr. Satan hooked him up with some good shit to keep him alive. So now he's his bodyguard or something.
Uh-huh.
So he's this hulking... Yeah, he's this hulking dude with this weird, like, face piece.
It's kind of like Bane's
Yeah.
juice setup.
It's keeping his mutated, disfigured face, like, together and also keeping him alive. For
Super strong, probably, too.
Yeah, why not?
All this shit. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, who knows, really?
So he starts chasing Denise all around the fucking tunnels,
Yeah.
knocking all sorts of support beams out.
Yeah.
And eventually, he swings at the wrong one, collapses the whole fucking tunnel.
Yeah.
She's smarter than the average cookie.
It's one of the average mutant. It's
And
just so strange.
it wakes up to the next day. She crawls out of the hole, Kill Bill style.
Yeah. When she's buried underground and 1-inch punches her way out.
Yeah.
We referenced that during the movie. You said that, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. She gets up, starts walking towards the road. Spaulding comes driving down the road.
Yeah, and he's like, whoa, Missy, whoa.
They've been looking for your ass, girl.
Yeah.
All over town. Whatever. She's like, I got away. Hurrah. Eye of the tiger.
Yeah.
All this shit.
She's like, take me to the hospital.
And he's like, I'll get you to the doctor. Don't worry. And then a little bit of driving goes. And then all of a sudden, Otis pops up in the back seat.
And it's like, oh, fuck. And he comes after her, too. He jumps at her, and then it stops there. Just like in, like, Friday the 13th.
And she wakes up again, and she's downstairs, Dr. Satan operating on her.
Yeah.
And then the movie ends.
And it's like, no.
The end.
The
Question
end.
mark.
So that's that last part is like insane because you root for Captain Spaulding the whole time, and it's like, no, he really was a bad guy. No, like, because how cool would it be to have like a good guy that's like also a little freaky, you know? But yeah, he makes too good of a villain to not have him do that. So you're happy with either of those endings, even if you know.
If you're not, Yeah, if you're going for the protagonist, you get a little butthurt because nobody makes it out alive.
Yeah.
And then, if you're going for, like you just said, Captain Spaulding to be the good guy, nope, bad guy, bitch.
But it's still satisfying, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like after talking about it with you,
I think it's completely satisfying. I love this
movie
movie to death.
yeah.
My cousin set me up with this because he had both movies. And I had told him I'd seen The Devil's Rejects, and he goes, "Oh, House of 1,000 Corpses, that's the first one."
Yeah.
I said, "Get the fuck out." He goes, "Yeah, I'll let you borrow it." So I watched it like 20 times.
Oh, well.
And then I finally returned it to him after I bought my own copy.
I just feel like it could have been... The movie itself is great, but... Like, the content, but how it was filmed... Like, you know, like the transitions, like I mentioned. Just so... Yeah. But it's okay that it's amateur, because it is. This is Rob Zombie's first, like, feature film.
And it's...
You know?
And you can tell, because of how it's presented,
Yeah.
that it was not really interfered with by studio.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, he's a mega rock star. He's
Yeah.
gonna do what the fuck he wants.
Exactly.
And if it's a big mess, all the blame's on him.
Yeah.
If it works, then all the blame's on him.
Yeah. There you go. So, I mean, yeah, but just because you have to give him some, like, slack doesn't mean that the movie itself shouldn't be critiqued for what it is. So, I don't know. I have no complaints about the content. It's a little confusing. There's too many unanswered questions. Mystery is good, but I feel like in this, it was, like, way more questions than you know, I could have even thought to ask. And, of course, like, the filming itself was just choppy. Like, there's just weirdness in it.
There was a weird time in the early 2000s when horror was kind of like that.
Oh, yeah. I totally, like, saw that, too, you know? Just the style of editing and, like, the camera, like, choices. I don't know, just things like that.
One thing I really like about this movie that made it stand out, like, even amongst the movies that I saw at the same time, this was like 2009, 2010 when I saw this movie.
Yeah.
You know, 7 or 8 years after its release. Like, even though it had already come out and been around for that long, like, I had not seen another movie like it. Like, no other movie had, like, this wide array of very distinct, different personalities as the villains.
Grouping characters. Like, yeah, this is the Quentin Tarantino of horror films.
It's a very unflinching, raw, very raw.
Yeah. And just like Tarantino, they don't tell the whole story. Maybe that's a coincidence.
Unrelenting in the fact that it's just like, well, if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
This is a rock star's vision, man.
It's hard to dislike all this movie.
It could have easily come out really bad.
This is a movie I could see Chelsea going, I didn't like that movie, but...
Probably.
But she would say...
Because she didn't like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, which is weird. But she would probably say, like, but I like the clown in the beginning. I like Captain Spaulding.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, if you don't like this movie entirely, you might like somebody in it.
If you don't like Captain Spaulding, then fuck you.
Like Otis says in the movie, hope you like what you see.
Right? I don't know.
I show them the underbelly of the beast.
But Derek, tell me your favorite scene and least favorite scene.
Oh. That opening scene. That's
course.
my favorite.
That's mine too, to save some time. And we talked about it a lot in the beginning of this episode.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Like, every bit of it is just great.
Shows everything that's to like about Spaulding and basically what the theme of the movie is going to be like.
I wish there was more Stucky in the film.
Yeah.
But really, I don't know where you could have thrown him back in.
No idea.
Like,
probably
really,
in the back with the cops are talking to him. He might say a few remarks to the cops and they'll say, hey, this ain't about you. You know?
And then he'd just be like...
But that'd be so throwaway, you know?
You know.
Who cares?
And I'll tell you right now, he doesn't come back in the second one. Like, nothing happens to him.
Yeah,
they just never bring him back up again.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be brought back up.
And it's fine.
Exactly.
I just love his shit. Like, he doesn't really hurt himself, though. He kind of just twists it next to his eyeball.
Yeah, twist that pencil next to his eye. But what's your least favorite scene, then?
Oh. Ooh, that is a tough one.
In the meantime, why don't we talk about your least favorite scene?
Yeah.
That is a toughie.
Well, no scene really is a least favorite, as far as I can think of, but I've got like a niggle or two that I can say, like, it kind of twisted me. Like, I didn't like Mary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, her not being such a bitch could have saved all their asses. Like, I know it was necessary to move the plot along for her to be so knee-jerk reactionary, but she was just generally a big bitch in the whole movie.
I think my least favorite scene is all the time they waste with Rainn Wilson's character at the house in the beginning. But that's just because it's like a little too long. Nothing in that is like it's still valuable as a scene and keep it in. But there are some moments where it was just like, I'd honestly say like half a minute too long in some parts. That's like nothing.
Oh, and then the other part I can think of, because I'm always watching it and I go, is when Baby kills Mary.
Yeah.
And she keeps reciting this poem that she was reciting while she was following her.
Mm.
You know, just talking about whatever, like rabbits, maidens, who gives a fuck.
Yeah.
But like she finally kills her and then says the next line, and then she just bellows out this high-pitched cackling laugh.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, shoo, shoo, said the maiden.
It's a little annoying, yeah.
It's kind of like when we first watched Eliza Schlesinger, the goat thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's just kind of like, what the...
It's like, what the fuck, right? But yeah, my biggest pet peeves of the movies are just, this movie is just like transitions and things like that. I mean...
Yeah, there's a rough transition, I'll admit, between when it goes from... Like, every time I watch this anymore...
The negative one?
It's... No, actually, I like that one, but... No, it's right after Otis goes, the boogeyman is real, and you found him. And then it cuts to them out in the desert. Every time I end up going, fuck, this just hit the long stretch of the film.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It instantly makes me feel like, oh man, I feel like I've just been sitting through like 2 hours of film.
Pretty much.
That's the only time, like, you'd think
it
it'd be
slows down.
the long stretch where Otis kills the deputy, but no. But I don't know, that's always like the part that I'm like...
That's right. I'll have to look out for it next time if we see this again.
Yeah.
But either way, Derek, what out of 10 spooks do you rate this movie?
I give it a 9.
Give it a 9.
I do.
Wow.
I love the fuck out of this movie. Like, even all those niggles that I just mentioned, I only give a shit when I'm sitting there talking about the movie.
What's a niggle? That sounds racist.
Like a little pet peeve about it.
Okay.
Like a little complaint. Like, it's not a full-on bitch that I can conjure up. Like, it's nothing I can stand up and go, and another fucking thing. God damn it.
Yeah.
Fucking shit. Cock ass, you know?
Yeah.
All this shit. It's just one of those things like, well, if I had to really stretch to find something to complain about, it'd be Sherry Moon's fucking laugh.
Yeah.
And Mary being a bitch.
Exactly.
Not enough grandpa either.
Yeah.
While I'm at it.
I mean, you know, but you gotta keep them short and sweet, right?
I know.
I don't know.
Poor guy.
Oh, jeez.
After the movie wraps, it says in memory of Dennis Fimple. That was him.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they might have had
That's actually why they have him in a chair for like the remainder of the movie. He kind of had heart problems.
Oh, wow.
Couldn't stand for long stretches of time.
That's sad. But yeah, I mean, you know.
What do you give it?
I don't think
I know you said a number to me the other day or yesterday, and I was like, "Ooh."
It's changed after thinking about purely the characters, not the way it was filmed. Okay, so I'm not gonna cut it any slack for cinematography. So I think you're gonna hate me on this one.
Okay,
I give this movie a 7 out of 10 spooks.
Okay, I'm actually fine with that because
That's
last
still
time you gave me a number, you said 6.
Yeah,
and that's when I went.
But the thing is, I forget all that shit that was just bugging me, like the weird transitions and like just the style is a little. It didn't fit.
I'm glad it's at least a 7. Though.
Yeah, 7's a good movie. 7, I still go. I'd say go watch it for even so I can quote Captain Spaulding. That's
Hell
all.
yeah.
You know, it's like it's.
How long is a piece of string, Cody?
Too damn long. You know, but that's the thing. I mean, a 5 out of 10. For me, it's an average movie. That's like nothing special. That's Wolf Cop.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
For me.
Yeah, well, I just watched that.
Yeah. But this is like, has some redeeming qualities to it. It has value. This movie is worth watching.
And I'll tell you, for next week, when we watch The Devil's Rejects, or whenever we watch this damn thing and record it, virtually everybody who compares this movie to that movie is basically like the Wrath of Khan of Star Trek films or whatever.
Okay.
or Spider-Man 2 to Spider-Man 1, everybody says The Devil's Rejects is the better one.
It sounds like it from what you barely told me about Captain Spaulding.
And I will tell you this. I always go back and forth on which one I like better. Because they're both totally different beasts.
Mm-hmm.
This one's more stylized. That one's more gritty. And kind of realistic. As far as,
Okay.
that shit goes. They're certainly two different things. And I'm always like, I like House of a Thousand Corpses better. Until I sit down and rewatch The Devil's Rejects.
So it's just back and forth with you, huh?
Yeah, it's basically whichever one I just watched, then I'm like, oh, okay. Or like if I've gone a long time without watching either one, I'm like, oh, I really like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll watch Devil's Rejects and I'll just go, fuck, what was I thinking?
So, final thoughts, though? Besides that?
Just reemphasize, watch this shit, because I guarantee it's unlike anything you've probably seen. It's unlike anything I've seen, even in the last decade of films, like from 2015 to 2005, which is when The Devil's Rejects came out.
Yeah.
And then even it's different from shit you'd probably see from 2002 when this movie came out back to 92.
Yeah.
It's a totally different breed. And I hope Rob Zombie keeps making flicks that are just like shit you don't see.
Yeah. And I'm going to go out on a limb and stick to what I was saying about this being the Tarantino of horror films. It's a little weird, but the problem is the horror bits of this are kind of, you've seen it all before, just murdering, slaughtering, whatever. Like, not like to the degree of Texas Chainsaw Massacre where it's just horrifying, but like...
The one you've definitely seen is Mary's Death, where she just gets stabbed in the chest.
Yeah, just stuff like that. It's like, it's just your standard run-of-the-mill, like, gore, but... murdering, but...
Even more so, Devil's Rejects is even more Tarantino.
Okay.
Basically, this is like Reservoir Dogs to Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Watch this for the characters, not for the kills, pretty much. This is not the bloody, this is the good.
Yeah, this is the good. The characters are bad in a good way.
Yeah.
And this movie is bloody in all sorts of ways, because 1,000 corpses, there's a lot of blood in there.
Yeah. Well, their corpses are probably dried out.
I don't even know if there's 1,000 corpses in this movie.
There's quite a lot. But my final thoughts are, go look up Captain Spaulding on YouTube. You don't even have to watch this movie, If you don't really have the time, go look him up. It's really funny. It's honestly like you'd be watching like a sketch.
Yeah.
Online. I can see this on College Humor. Anyway.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Like, I'm glad Rob Zombie throws Sid Haig, who plays Spaulding, in every one of his other movies.
Yeah.
He basically throws like the same people in all of his movies. Sid Haig, Bill Moseley, Sherry Moon, of course.
Mm.
Yeah, he throws a bunch of his people everywhere.
Yes.
But, yep. Watch that movie, and in the meantime, we will watch The Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, that was really funny how you said that. Yeah. But yeah, next week we're going to be, hopefully as a group.
Get a group viewing.
Yeah, watch The Devil's Rejects.
Do you know when the Reeds are getting back in town?
Nope. No idea. Not that I particularly have asked, but we could, we can get a different group too. We can get a bunch of people.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be just like...
our usual motley crew.
Yeah, because we have like just a few people who do enjoy watching movies as a group, but I'm sure it'd be a nice break for everyone else to just get together and do that with us,
Yeah.
I'm sure we can find a lot of people that'd be like, hey, yeah, let's just sit down and watch a movie. Get a projector going, all that shit.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I can get my hands on them.
On the side of a house and, and whatever.
Easily.
All the neighbors will just be like, oh, is that the Devil's Rejects?
Yeah, the kids walking down the street, Mommy, is that a nipple? Oh, Jesus. So anyway, join us next...
You don't like clowns?
Oh, yeah. What's the matter? You don't like clowns? Make you laugh?